This week's podcast, I have the lovely nutritionist Tatiana in the house. How are you?
Good, how are you?
And you've put forward a really interesting concept this week, biting into beauty.
Yeah, because I think eating, exercise, sleeping, everything comes together to really, it sounds a bit cheesy. Can I say cheesy? Glowing from the inside out, because I always look at that when I'm with my patients. The quality of your skin, nails, hair, that tells a lot about your health.
Oh, it couldn't be any worse or any more cheesy than a selfie. So let's rip in.
Yep.
Welcome to the Body Science Podcast. As always, the information contained in this podcast is for the information purposes only and is not designed to diagnose or be prescriptive to treat, prevent, or manage any injury, disease, or other health-related condition.
Welcome to Body Science HQ, the world of fit, happy, healthy, and we're going to bite into beauty today. And with me, Tatiana, nutritionist. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Tatiana, before we start, let's get a little bit of background on you for the people who haven't listened to one of your previous podcasts. So you have a master's?
I've got a few things. I've done a Bachelor of Nutrition back home, 3 years of that, and then I did a Bachelor of Public Health and Health Promotion and Nutrition here.
Yep.
I've done a Masters of Nutrition and Dietetics and just finished a Masters of Public Health.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah.
Way more busy than myself. So let's not muck around. Why do you want to bring biting into beauty to a podcast at Body Science?
Well, we've noticed that a lot of people are coming to sports nutrition and nutrition in general for overall health, not just if you're trying to perform. But one thing that I always look into my patients is the quality of their skin, their nails, their hair. It makes a big difference, and it's a really good way to measure how their health is going on the inside.
So can I just prioritize this? So
Yeah.
are you looking at that before you're looking at their body metrics? Like, are you?
Yeah.
So before you start talking, put
Weight
basically
and
BMI,
height and
weight, height, and all
BMI.
that. You are definitely you're looking
Yeah.
at these things. Okay.
So my first consult, usually I go for nearly an hour and a half with my patients, and I talk like all things. I look at the way they move. I look at the way they talk about food. And one of the things that I observe a lot is the health on the outside as well. And that involves a lot of social things around nutrition as well. But I do definitely look at that before I even look at weight and height and BMI and all of that. And before I go into their diet as well, because then I can pick up the things that are wrong in the diet according to what I've observed before. So,
Okay, nice. So we all know exercise, sleep patterns, balanced diet are all good.
yeah.
Let's rip into some things that we should talk about so people can actually improve that next step and look at biting into beauty. And I love that topic too. Great way to put it, biting into beauty.
Yeah, thank you.
I just think about protein bars when you say that.
Collagen protein bars.
Yeah. Yeah, product drop number one.
I think the first one is something that we always talk about, which is hydration.
Yep.
We know hydration is really important. Our body's pretty much all water for body functions and all of that. But in terms of beauty, what we found is that being hydrated actually hydrates your skin in a cellular level. So that means your cells are hydrated, so they puffier, let's say, and then you look a lot healthier. So it will improve your skin appearance and improve the elasticity in your skin as well.
So let's not muck around. Give me a hydration strategy.
So always keep a water bottle around you, because then you can sip it on all of the time. What we do here in the office a lot is the green tea. So it just gives it a little bit of extra antioxidants.
That's the purpose for making you want to rehydrate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're having that 600 ml of a drink pretty easily without adding any nasty sugars or anything into it. But also fruits and veggies and incorporating that into your diet. But I'll talk a little bit about that
So
later.
from someone who sits at a desk all day,
Yeah.
how many times should I be getting up to drink?
If you have like a 600 ml water bottle around 2 or 3 times at least on your work day,
And that's got me hydrated?
that got you hydrated. But I think you also need to pay attention to the signs from your body. The only problem with hydration is that your body the symptoms of dehydration will come before you realize you're thirsty most of the time. So you need to be really in tune with your body. If the aircon is higher that day, that will probably dehydrate you a little bit quicker. So you need to really understand what's happening with your body. And I always talk about that with my patients. I can give you as much strategies as I want, but you need to be in tune with your body.
Okay, so if I'm having a stressful day, am I going to need to focus on hydration more?
A little bit more, yeah. Stress will increase your metabolism and will increase a lot of things in your body, and all those functions will use more water. So what we need to remember here is that your body uses water for every biochemical reaction that is happening in your body. So being hydrated is really important, especially when you're going through ups and downs at work. The environment, as I said, aircon, for example, is really hot days. So you need to pay attention to those signs.
And like one of our most popular products is our hydroxyburn shred or our shred ultra.
Yeah.
So obviously one of the big things that is on that is it increases metabolism. You just touched on that a second ago.
Yeah.
So should someone using a shred product, for example, look to add more water to their strategy?
Yeah. So what I notice, even with myself sometimes, is that I have my shred and then I have 600 ml of water and I end up not having water afterwards. And because of the caffeine as well, you will get rid of some water after that. So it's really important to try to remember, even with our green tea, have 600 ml with that product, but then also have water afterwards.
Okay. And the big question, does coffee count?
I'll say no.
No screwed up face for people who can't see what's happening.
Oh, well, I'd say because you have coffee, you will have 150 to 100 ml, and it is diuretic, so you will get rid of a bit of water with the coffee. So I would definitely be incorporating water afterwards as well. So even with the teas, for example, herbal teas are a really good way to increase your water intake, but try to remember to also have the ones caffeine free. So not just black tea or green tea, but all the other herbals as well. So you're not getting rid of water all the time.
Nice. And last silly question leading into the day strategy of drinking my water. Is it just evenly throughout the day? Am I better off to drink more in the morning and back off in the afternoon? I mean, obviously some people based on age, a lot of water at night means a lot of trips to the toilet. What's the theory here?
Again, it depends on how your day goes. If you're working out really hard in the morning, it's good to hydrate. It's definitely good to start your day with a good cup of water. It doesn't need to be cold water, warm water. Sometimes your body will take that a little bit better because it's your body temperature. But it definitely it helps increase your metabolism straight away. So water can increase your metabolism up to 40% after you have like 600 ml of water. So
Wow.
starting the day with a cup of water is a really good way. And
so
then
starting the day with a cup of water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from there, if you exercise in the morning, you have to replace it a little bit more liquid, and that will depend on your day. But definitely having it throughout the day is really important.
Okay, I'm going to test you a little bit now.
Yeah.
We've got up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we've gone and done like a functional or HIIT session.
Yeah.
So let's just say we've worked out what's an F45 session, about 400 or 500 calories.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a good morning.
Yeah.
Now, you often hear people at the end of that say, "Oh, I'm going to get a drink, I need to hydrate," or whatever.
Yeah.
What should they be looking for
In terms of
hydration?
for muscle recovery,
So I go
to recover it.
Yeah. So we're talking about Biting to Beauty, the whole theory around.
If you're just drinking water, your body will not absorb as well. So it's always good to have some hydrolytes or something that will help hold water there. And a few things help hold that hydration. One is the hydrolytes. The other one is creatine. We talked about this before in other podcasts, but creatine really helps hydrate muscles and everything else. A little bit of carbohydrates as well. But if post workout, you will look into something like amino acids with some hydrolytes, and just so you're having that muscle recovery, you hydrating muscles, skin and all of that, but you're also getting that muscle recovery.
So let's just say I've grabbed like a BCAA Fuel that we've got that's got some electrolytes in it. And I've got that. I've just done that session that's gone for 45 plus minutes.
Yeah.
Now, you often see people walk over to a water fountain, have a few mouthfuls and off they go.
Yeah.
Not hydrated?
No.
Not hydrated?
No.
People need to drink how much? This is what I'm trying to get. Like, what is a sort of a strategy we can have here? Are you drinking 600 mils of fluid?
At least 600 mils.
So at least 600, okay.
Yeah, you usually, what you can do, what a lot of athletes do is weigh themselves before the session and after their sessions. Are
you a nutritionist telling people to get on scales and weigh themselves?
No, just so you know.
Oh, my goodness.
It's about knowing how much body liquid you're losing. Because reality is, if you lost 1 kilo during that session, it's not fat. I can guarantee you that. It's all going to be sweat. So
if you've lost 1 kilo of sweat, how much have you got to drink to get that back?
We usually say between 1.2 to 1.5 of what you lost. So if, say, you lost 600 grams, that will be about over 600 m. So it will be like 800 to a litre of water.
Wow, I don't think many people are doing that at all.
And that's the important.
What period have they got to get that in? Like when I say that, I'm probably going to get the hate mail. I'm talking about having a drink as soon as you finish. So that, what'd you say, 800 to a litre then?
Yeah.
Is that like,
depending on how.
Is that within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15? Is it 20? Is it just getting
probably
in?
Probably 15, yeah, just getting in.
Just getting it in?
Initially, especially if you do a hard, high-intensity workout, your stomach won't take too much. So if you just swallow water, like 800 ml of water in a minute, you're going to have problems. You're going to feel sick, and that's normal. So just sip on water to start with. It's really important to sip on water rather than sculling water. Otherwise, it's going to go straight through your body.
Yeah. And another thing you touched on, the hydration part before we move on, is you mentioned creatine. Creatine is more expensive than Bitcoin at the moment. Like people can't get it. We've got creatine all over the place at the moment. We love it and a lot of products. So if I'm biting into beauty, the topic here.
Yeah.
And how am I using creatine to help my hydration for my beauty aspect?
So creatine is also a really good antioxidant. So that will help as well. We'll talk about antioxidants later on, but we're always trying to look for ingredients or foods that are high in antioxidants, and creatine has that. To increase the creatine uptake, we're going to have a little bit of carbohydrate or amino acids with it. So I'll definitely go into maybe amino acids with water and then a bit of creatine, and that will definitely help. And it will help hydration, but it will also help with the antioxidant side of things.
Okay, so is it just every day?
Yeah, definitely.
Are we cycling creatine in this space, or are we just having like a 3 gram dose?
3 gram dose a day, and that will be enough. Just that consistency will make a difference.
And obviously, if you're a vegetarian versus a carnivore style eater, when I say carnivore, I'm not talking pure carnivore, someone who eats meat, you're not really getting creatine at all, are you? Like, you need to supplement it.
Yeah, you need to supplement it.
Yeah.
And what the study showed is that the vegans and vegetarians react to
really well.
Supplementation a lot better, because their body's like, yes, creatine.
Let's do this. And our creatine is plant-based?
Yeah.
Sweet. So it fits under vegan-friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it does. The other thing with hydration as well that is really important is gut health. I will touch on gut health in a little bit. You need to be hydrated for your guts to be working properly, and we know the guts has everything to do with well-being and beauty and everything else. So if you're dehydrated, your guts will not move. What happens is that your body will hold on to the stool until it gets all the water it can to replace water for other parts of the metabolism that you need. So you have constipation and problems with gastrointestinal health.
Yep.
So hydration is really important in that area as well. And the last thing is that we talked about this before. If you're trying to lose weight, for example, big part of losing fat and the fat metabolism needs a lot of water to work. So if you're not hydrated, that's not going to work really well.
Hey Tatiana, it's Greg here. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I've got a question for you. What's gluten-free tested, got no fillers, gums, organic, palm-free oil, eco-friendly, dairy-free, no soy, GMO-free, peanut-free, 100% vegan, no added sugar, egg-free, low-carb, trans fat, high protein, only has how many calories?
17 calories.
17 calories. It's got 9 superfoods in it and tastes like coffee. What's it called?
It's our new clean coffee brain fuel.
Wow, that was a big mouthful. There's some cool stuff in it. What do we got in it?
We got 4 different types of adaptogenic mushrooms.
Nice. What else?
We got ashwagandha.
Yeah.
We got ginseng. We got coconut MCT oil, so no palm oil, coconut based. What else? I lose count. Peruvian cacao and Robusta coffee, which is the strongest coffee we can find.
So if you're looking for a Robusta coffee blend, 150 megs of caffeine, made with certified organic ingredients, a good nootropic, we call it brain fuel, clean coffee brain fuel, get it in store. Okay, we're talking weight loss. We've gone there and biting into beauty.
Yeah.
Hit me with how much water a day for that.
Depends on
Everyone's different, I know. We're just looking for some ballparks here. People can dig deeper if they want or contact the office.
Let's start with at least 1.5 litres to 2 litres a day.
Okay.
So that's like
pretty standard all round.
Yeah, 3 600ml water bottles a day.
Yep, nice. Okay, look, you brought the topic up and you said we'd talk about it soon. Let's do it. Gut health. Now, it's the centre of overall health.
Yeah.
And you love it because it affects things like energy levels, mood.
Yeah. Sleep, which is really important for beauty as well. Yeah.
Hormone balance. We could go on for hours, couldn't we?
Yeah. So one of the first things that what we found is that the gut really helps you release good hormones. So if you feed your gut well, your gut will release good hormones. That's really important for beauty, skin health, and all of that, mood, sleep. The other thing as well is that it controls blood sugar levels and controls hunger and the way you feel during the day. So if your gut is a bit off, you might be eating really well, but you don't feel satisfied. Your blood sugar levels are all over the place. So that really affects the way not just you look, but you feel and how much you're eating, and you start craving sweet. So that makes a big difference as well.
So why does drinking more water assist my blood sugar levels and hunger control?
Because of the gut health. So you're assisting gut health. You're making sure your gut is healthy, and then gut health is really important for blood sugar levels as well.
Is that from an absorption perspective, or like where are you with that?
In terms of water?
Yeah.
Or now the water will just make sure your guts are hydrated and everything's passing through fine. You're not having constipation.
Oh, so you're not back to what you're talking about, like dried stools that aren't moving where we want them. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's bowel movement is extremely important. We have so many studies on actually the size of your stools and the amount that you pass, but bowel movements are really important for all body functions. So you you really need to make sure that your bowels are moving for everything.
Yeah, if that bad boy stops, everything else gets nasty.
And you can see it straight away. If you can't go to the bathroom for one day, you can see the bags under your eyes. You look tired. You look dehydrated. You don't look good. And that's pretty much a day or two you start to notice a difference.
Wow. So talking more about your second topic or third topic, actually, you've covered hydration and gut health.
Yeah.
You've got protein down as one of the things you want to talk about in relation to body and beauty. Do you just want to share with us why?
So protein, I talked about this before, but protein, in terms of feeling full and feeling satisfied after a meal, protein is the best macronutrient.
Mm-hmm.
So between protein, carbohydrate, and fat, protein is the one that will make you feel fuller for longer. That's one thing. So that will assist with weight loss if that's what you're looking for, but also body composition and helping with gain of muscle mass and all of that, which will make a difference. We'll talk about it a little bit later when we talk about collagen. But it also helps control blood sugar levels. We keep talking about blood sugar levels because we've noticed that insulin spikes that do affect the way you look and affect health overall. So it's really important to help control blood sugar levels. The other thing with protein is that you need the amino acids in protein for the structures
building
in your
blocks.
body. Yeah, exactly. Keratin, for example, is your hair, nails, skin. So it's really important. So you need to get that protein to get the amino acids to be building those building blocks.
And have you got any tips for us on how much protein we should be having a day for beauty?
Yeah, so it's the standard, so at least 20 grams of protein per meal, which is hard to hit sometimes. A lot of people
You
have...
mean meal 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, or how many meals you're having, but
So what if you're having 6? There's a big difference.
Well, yeah, what we know is the 20 gram is the great amount to make sure you're getting enough protein in that meal. So if you're having 6 meals, you just spread your macros into it, but at least 20 grams of protein per meal. The snacks can be a little bit smaller, but it's in terms of getting enough protein, it's good to spread it out. So for example, if you're having 100 grams of protein a day, it's a lot better for you to have 5 meals with 20 grams than to have 100 grams at dinner.
Okay.
Because otherwise your body will get rid of some of that protein because it can't metabolize everything and absorb everything. So you need to spread it out throughout the day.
Okay. What about those people living diets where they don't eat until 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Are we allowed to say the word yet?
The fasting?
Yeah. Is it cool to say?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
a fan of fasting.
Yeah, I actually like fasting as well, done properly.
Yeah.
That's fine, but you need to spread it out through what you're doing. It will be more efficient to maybe not 2 o'clock, but if you're doing, say, 6 p.m. to 12, whatever you're doing.
16-8, yeah. Could be whatever, yeah.
Yeah, but still spread it out throughout the day. And then that's when like protein powders and protein snacks really help because it helps you get those little bits instead of having to sit down and have a steak and a proper meal. It's just easier to have a protein shake or a little bar and then you're having that throughout the day in small amounts.
I listened to a podcast the other day and I'm really dirty that I can't remember who the researcher was, but she was incredible. She just worked in protein. That was everything. I'll dig it out and find it for you.
Yeah.
But she basically was talking about 45 plus populations and the podcaster asked the question like, how would you come out of a fast?
Yeah.
And she said, well, everyone's different, but I would have a fast absorbed protein drink as my first touch of anything coming out of a fast. What do you think about that?
Coming out of a fast, usually my protocol is if they want to have the greens, we'll allow greens and glutamine as well, just for gut health.
So you start stabilizing the gut.
Yeah, gut and just getting all those micronutrients in without scaring your body really, because if you have a massive meal, you feel a bit off. But it's definitely important to make sure you replacing protein so your muscles are getting fed straight away. So I think that's a really good strategy as well.
Okay.
So that will be the high quick release protein will be your whey protein. It's amino acids straight into your blood system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you use EAAs or something as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Look, you touched on a second ago, collagen. I mean, it's one of the biggest selling ingredients in the world at the moment. It's giving plant nutrition a run for its money in that protein space.
Yeah.
Why is collagen being so stuck to beauty? Like it's really interesting when you talk to people about collagen and a lot of our chats around tendons, ligaments, and athletic populations, but then we've also got that beauty aspect of it, and it's just when you talk about it, people stop and go, "Oh wow!" They're hanging on every word said about it. Yeah,
and it's you have so many different products that it's becoming a really interesting market. But the collagen is what our skin is made of. So I think that's why everyone attaches it to beauty. But is that because as we age, our own collagen production will reduce significantly.
Yep.
So what people are looking at now is reducing the appearance of aging, but also a lot of younger guys are starting to look at preventing to get to that point. So they're preventing that slowdown before they get to that point. That's why it's really important. But that collagen has so many important things to it, but it's important to take the right one. The ones that we're working with is the bioactive peptides. So it's not the big molecule of collagen, because the big molecule of collagen, your body will have to break it down to absorb it and
it's
then
not the
reuse
best
it
protein
again.
source in the world.
It's not because the collagen protein only has 3 amino acids, so it's not complete amino acid profile. What we have is the peptides. So the peptides are ready to be absorbed and go to the right place where they have to go. So that makes a big difference. I think it's important if you're looking for collagen supplementation to ask the questions of what is this? Is this a collagen protein? Is it a peptide? Or what is this? And see how it works for you.
Yeah, you often hear people talk about, class 1 or type 1, type 2, type 3, but the reality is you want a peptide.
You want a peptide. Yeah.
So really good. The people we love in that space and research is Gelita.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just get on Google and search Gelita, you can read about the different bioactive peptides and why that's a better option than just buying collagen.
Yeah.
And the big thing here too in that space is look for the brands that are using their brands. So, they've got their Tenderfort and all the sub-brands they use, the Verisol for beauty and all that. Look for that brand on the packaging, because if it's not on there, you're buying the wrong product.
Yeah. And I think it's like it will be a lot cheaper in terms of product development for us. It will be a lot cheaper to buy any collagen you just get from boiling bones and putting in the product. But we know that's not effective. And the thing with Gelita is that they have a lot of proper human research and they know it works. And they really, so the peptides are manipulated in a way that they go to the right place.
Yep.
That's why we have for skin, nails and hair. We have one for our cartilage. We have one for our tendons and ligaments. So it really makes a difference. So I think in terms of collagen supplementation is all about research and making sure you're getting the right product.
Or bang for buck.
Yeah.
They're selling for the same price.
Yeah.
People are putting...
Because at the moment, if you put collagen on your label, people are just putting the money up and people are buying into it. So I think just slow down a little bit, do some research and find the right product.
Yeah, and look for the people that are using the licensed products, because they're the ones that have done all the work and research in the space. And Gelita lead the world in that. There's a couple of other good brands out there, but I chose to play with Gelita.
Yeah, I love it.
I love what the company stands for. I love their research. And anytime we've got a problem, they're there to answer questions. It's amazing.
Exactly. And pretty quick too. The other thing that we've been looking at with collagen is that there's a few studies coming out that it helps with gut health as well. I know I keep coming back to gut health, but as I said, is the center of wellness.
Well, there's also some studies coming out with hydration and collagen too, if we're going to go right back to the beginning.
Yeah. So same thing. It will help increase hydration in a cellular level in the skin, especially. The other thing that we found about collagen is that also helps control the insulin spikes, so blood sugar levels, which we keep coming back to it. We talked about it already, but they found that collagen helps control blood sugar levels as well.
Interesting. Look, we won't harp too long on collagen. I mean, massive fan of it.
We'll have a few podcasts on collagen as well.
Yeah, there's some really good ones in there. There's some good ones with Gelita as well. If people want to go back and have a look.
Yeah.
Look, you're a nutritionist. I've, by law, got to throw in fruit and veggies here at some space in relation to biting into beauty. That's not law. That's my internal law with you.
I love it.
But you're all about your colours on a plate.
Yeah.
So let's be honest, and I think about this all the time, because I'm all about where's the world going, what's the future, and so it is going to become harder to grow crops of value in the future. And I'm talking a long way down the track, and there's countries doing things about that now and people doing things about that now. Why can't I just take a multivitamin instead?
So in terms of beauty...
you're going to use fibre. You're going to say fibre.
No, just think of like all we talked about. So we talked about gut health. We talked about getting antioxidants in. We talked about hydration. Fruits and veggies have water in them, so they will help with hydration. They have fibre, so they will help with gut health. One thing that we didn't talk about gut health is making sure you're having probiotics, which is the live bacteria, but also prebiotics, which is the fiber.
Yep.
And fruits and veggies are high in that. And the other thing is vitamins and minerals that are antioxidants and will also help with skin appearance and hair and nails and all of that.
Okay.
So it ticks all the boxes. The easy way to do is adding to smoothies, protein shakes. Like it's not hard to get a vanilla protein shake with banana and some some spinach in it, and just get creative on that. I know everyone is busy and no one can have a bowl of salad 3 times a day, but just adding to smoothies, protein shakes, soups. I find soups so like from scratch, so I just add as many vegetables because I love eating, I think we talked about it before, but it gives me the opportunity to have like 3 massive bowls of food for dinner because it's just water and lots of veggies and spices and herbs that will also help with antioxidants.
So you go for the how I feel satiety side of fruit and veggies as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the other thing, and will help with bowel movements as well. So you're having a lot of fiber there, you're having a lot of movement, but you're not having as many calories. So it just helps with bowel movement without having all those really high calories if you're trying to get that.
Nice.
Does that answer your question? You're going to have more fruits and veggies from now on?
I love fruit and veggies. I'm a massive fruit. Yeah, not so much of a fruity, but
vegetables.
I dig the veggies. Yeah, I dig deep on those twice a day.
Yeah, that's really important. Yeah. I mean, we have the greens. I have greens every day. Like I have a really good consumption intake of fruits and veggies, but I still have the greens every day. Just it makes it consistent. I know at least I'm having all those ingredients and vitamins.
Well, there's a lot more in that greens formula than just pure fruit and veggies.
Well, you have herbals, you have spices, you have mushrooms, you have so many things in there. Some prebiotics as well. Yeah, I have that just to make sure I'm on top of it.
Yeah, because I always wonder, because I see a lot of food plans and I see a lot of people doing things. And I see a lot of people eating these delivered meals, which is great because they're macro controlled. But I look at the vegetables and then I go, you're eating a lot of the same veggie every day.
Yeah.
And so if you're missing something, you've missed it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to feel that in a week, a month, 6 months. That's a long-term play.
Yeah. And it makes a massive difference. So we always talk about the different colors being different vitamins and minerals, and that's really important. And antioxidants as well. Go back to anti-inflammatory compounds, which will help. Inflammation really makes you not look good in so many aspects because you don't feel good. So reducing inflammation is really important as well, and fruits and veggies will give you that as well.
And are you a fan of the fruit and veggies from the fruit and veggie shop that have been sitting in the daylight and slowly becoming...
It really depends.
I'm getting dirty looks from her right now versus frozen, snap frozen.
So the thing with snap frozen is that the research shows that it's similar, but what they did is that they got veggies and fruits and they froze it and they looked at the vitamins and minerals in it. My problem with packaged fruits and vegetables, fruit mainly, because fruits usually don't make a big difference. If you look at it, they're perfect looking, like broccoli, and like they've been cut, they've been washed, they've been bleached. Looking at the organic ones is a lot better. If you're running out of time, I'm okay with you adding some frozen vegetables into it, especially with prices. Like at the moment, we're having floods in Queensland.
So yeah, get vegetables wherever you can.
Prices is gonna it's just gonna go crazy. But one really good thing to do is do it yourself. Broccoli is $2 a kilo. Buy 3 bags of it and cut it and freeze it, because that way you have it in your freezer.
So freeze your own stuff you buy.
Yeah, because it comes and goes, and sometimes broccoli is $15. I love broccoli. Like sometimes it's $15 a kilo. I'm not gonna pay for that because it's not the season. So if I buy it during season, it's cheaper, more micronutrients. I cut it up and I freeze it. At least I have ready to go when I need it. So in terms of being economic as well, is a lot better. It's cheaper for you.
Okay, I haven't seen a lot of people freezing their own veggies. Like it's sort of they sort of go in the bin and you go buy more.
I do it all the time.
Terrible. I know that's terrible.
So I do like little bags of like stir fry with like carrots, capsicum, the purple one, cabbage. So I cut eggplant. So I put everything like together, because then stir fry, literally take it out of the freezer, pop it in the pan with some kangaroo meat, and it's ready to go, and I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Well done. I'd never thought of that hack before,
so
to be honest.
It's a food
everything's
prep.
so convenient. We just go
it's like a further in front type of food prep. It can be there for months. So
cool. So overall, biting into beauty, get your hydration right.
Yeah.
Make sure you got a happy gut.
Yeah.
Look at your daily protein.
Yeah.
Use collagen if you can.
Yeah.
Diet specific. If you can't, you can't.
Yeah.
Fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
Because you're a nutritionist.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds funny, but it is. So overall, you're talking about anti-inflammatory foods, antioxidants, concepts like that, aren't you? Like, yeah, okay.
One really important thing is reduce inflammatory food. So that's sugar. Sugar has been shown to not be great for the way you look if we're talking about beauty, but everything else, we know that. So refined sugar.
Why is sugar inflammatory?
Because it spikes your insulin and it spikes the inflammatory responses. Yeah. And it is toxic as well. We know it's something that your body doesn't.
Talking about it comes from sugarcane.
So, I love sugarcane. If you want to have sugarcane, like I grew up like having sugarcane from the farm, but the refined sugar is the problem because it hits your blood system. Sometimes, like if you have a diabetic that has low blood sugar levels, you don't even need to get them to swallow it. Just leave it in their mouth is enough for the blood sugar levels to increase straight away. So
you do a lot in that space too, don't you?
Yeah. So just for background, my husband's diabetic type 1, so I'm constantly trying to make sure he doesn't die. But going back to that, just decreasing inflammatory foods in your diet. So deep fried food, oils, so refined oils, oils, refined flour, so all that refined sort of stuff, and go back to like good natural food.
Yeah. Okay. So just in finishing up, and obviously we play in a nutrition space, like a sports nutrition place, a general nutrition place. Things like omega-3, vitamin A and vitamin E are all really associated with beauty.
Yeah.
Do we need to take those things to
not as a supplement? So not necessarily as a supplement. So vitamin A you find in the orange vegetables, so carrot, sweet potato. You find that pretty well. Vitamin E you find in good oil, so like grapeseed oil, avocado oil, almonds as well. Almonds is really good for beauty as well.
Yep.
And omega-3 you can find in chia seeds. You can find not just fish oil or from the fish. But
so clever. She went down there. I'm going to drop a vegan one first because he's going to ask me straight away after I say fish, what's a vegan one?
Yeah. No, you can definitely get it from chia seeds, flax seeds especially, and from fish as well. So cold water fish usually. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, look, I think that's covered Biting and Beauty. That was really great to have a chat. I love chatting with you, Tatiana. You just you're a wealth of information. You're in the office here every day. You're one of my stresses.
I do have one recipe.
That sounded really bad, but no, she's a very, very emotional nutritionist.
I'm passionate.
Loves it. Loves it.
I think not just with nutrition, but I think my Brazilian side comes out a lot. But it's a good thing, you know. I'll protect the company with nails. I don't have a lot of nails at the moment because you're my stress. No, but just to close on a good note, I have a recipe that is something that I have every single day, and I think like in terms of beauty incorporates everything that we talked about. Mm-hmm. Coconut water, so you got hydration, electrolytes, greens, so you get your greens for the day.
The clean greens,
yeah, clean greens. Glutamine, so immune system and gut health as well, and a little bit of protein powder, vegan protein powder as well.
Of choice.
Yeah, and
a banana. A little bit, do we have to hit that 20-gram marker there, or are we just getting some protein?
I usually use that as my first meal of the day, so it's me breaking my fast after my first training session. Yeah. So I'm getting all those ingredients together. I only put one scoop, so half a serve of our vegan protein, vanilla vegan protein.
So you're talking about 15 grams of protein.
Yeah. But the beauty collagen as well. It's delicious. So coconut water, banana, because we've got fruits, fiber and everything else. Glutamine, our beauty collagen, and our greens. Delicious.
For those vegans out there, our glutamine is vegan friendly.
Vegan friendly as well.
Yeah, and it's also tested by HASTA, so it's super pure.
It's 100%. There's nothing but glutamine in our glutamine.
Yeah, so third party tested to make sure there's no nasties or cheap stuff added to it.
Yeah.
Look for the HASTA logo on the label.
Yeah. Very important.
For all you athletes out there. Thanks to the chat, Tatiana. Tatiana, for those people who don't know out there, she works in product development at Body Science now. She's one of the leaders in that space, and she's also working in regulatory.
Yeah.
So that's why she's my stress, because she's like my handbrake.
But I'm also pushing things forward.
No, you're awesome to work with, and I do dig working with you. It's great.
It's the regulatory part is hard, but we're making sure we are the best company in the market and making sure everyone is safe out there. So I think that's why the regulatory part is so important.
Yeah, and we live by that. You know, you can have performance, but it also can be safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.